Hello, I'm Karen Scharf, and this is 8 easy steps to getting your website crawled. In order to analyze the content on your website and figure out which pages to display for certain search terms or keywords, the search engines use a program called a web crawler. You might have also heard these referred to as web spiders or web bots. Every search engine has its own web crawler program and its own formula for ranking pages. However, while page factors might be ranked differently by different search engines, the general idea behind the web crawlers is basically the same. Getting your site crawled often is a good indicator that the search engines find your site important. And since important sites get better rankings, getting your site crawled frequently is definitely a good thing. Now, there's no way you can force the search engines to crawl your website. However, there are a few things you can do to encourage the spiders to visit your site more often. First and foremost, you want to keep your content up to date. Add unique content often and on a regular basis. Please note I'm emphasizing unique content. This will let the search engine spiders know that there'll be something new when they come back to your site. And be sure to ping Google each time you update your website. Get as many incoming links as possible from other relevant websites that are crawled regularly. Now, here I'm emphasizing relevant websites. A bunch of incoming links from websites that have nothing to do with your topic really aren't going to help at all. And you want sites that are crawled regularly to increase the chance that Google will find the link to your website. There are several tools available that will track and measure the crawl rate of other websites, so you might want to take advantage of one of those in searching for some linking partners. Use a unique title tag for each page. And also, while these are not as important as the title tag, especially for crawling purposes, each page should have its own keywords and description tag. This will help the spiders know that each page is a unique and individual entity, and it increases your chances of getting more pages crawled and indexed. You also want to keep each page as small as possible. The spiders will not spend an unlimited amount of time at your website, and if they're held up by monstrous PDFs or excessive text, they'll simply abandon the page and move on. Next, pay close attention to your internal links and avoid any duplicate content issues. If you have multiple pages with the same content, this often occurs when you're doing a lot of testing or tracking, or if you have an e-commerce site with a large category page and then individual item pages. Lots of times the individual item pages are just repeating the content that was on the category page. So you want to be sure that you use your robots text file to keep the search engines away from any pages that you don't want crawled, any pages that have duplicate content. And then create a sitemap for the content that you do want crawled and make sure your content is compliant. Be sure to update your sitemap as often as you update your website. Monitoring your web server is very important. Obviously, your server needs to be up and running when the spiders come crawling. Now, there are many commercial providers who will monitor your server and notify you when there's a problem. They'll either give you a phone call or send you an email. And in addition to that, you want to ensure that your server handles all of your error pages correctly. Just refer to the Google Webmaster Tools report of unreached pages, and that'll give you an idea of what errors are being returned. And as long as we're discussing Google Webmaster Tools, don't forget to use it to monitor your crawl rate and make any adjustments as necessary. You don't want your site crawled more often than you're adding unique content, because the spiders will come and assume that your site never gets updated. So just test and track and see what works best for your particular website. And as with all search engine optimization tasks, working toward an optimal crawl rate is not a one-time job. You will need to add content approximately 2 to 3 times a week and update your sitemap as needed. As far as monitoring your web server, that is an ongoing task that will need to be done for as long as you have a website. Once again, my name is Karen Scharf, and if you're a small business owner, I would really love to help you find new clients and retain the clients you currently have. I do offer tons of free checklists, free white papers, and free reports, and I invite you to download those at my website, www.modernimage.com. That's modernimage.com. That's all for today. This has been Karen Scharf. I really look forward to watching your business grow.